Hello there everyone, this is Neil from ratinghorses.com. Hope you're well. Firstly, I want to say thank you to everybody that's emailed, messaged, contacted me via social media. You may well have seen I've put a couple of emails out over the last few days where I'd unfortunately come down with COVID. I was okay, a bit of a fever for just around 36 hours. But what it has done, which obviously we've hear about quite a lot, is the after effects where I'm literally off my feet. I've literally shattered and got no energy. I was away for the weekend with the family, trying to recuperate, and I wasn't too bad actually while I was away. But since I've come back, I've just absolutely shattered, got no energy. I now have such a terrible cough first thing in the morning. But we're getting there, and I just wanted to say thank you to all of you. So here we are. This YouTube content is going out to everybody on our mailing list. I will, all being well, be recording another one solely for Platinum members tomorrow. So there's been a few changes to the ratings. We're trying to offer you more value to your service, and as things stand at the moment, for bronze membership, you will continue to get the basic horse ratings for the UK and Ireland as a racing selective, and the stop at the winner system is now part of the silver membership. There's the small fields system is now part of the gold membership, and platinum remains the same, but we shall be recording exclusive content for platinum members only. So if you want to upgrade and get some sort of YouTube content which will help you how you can use the horse ratings, I shall also be giving you some hints and tips, as well as the normal search for value sort of videos as we've got today. Okay, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, a few of you may well not have come across any of these videos in the past. There's a wide range of data on the spreadsheets, and it's there to help you in any way you see fit. Everybody is different in what they look for. For me, I'll try to look for the bigger fields where there's 3 places for each way purposes, and I look for value. But of course, everybody is different. This is just the way I do it, and if this helps you along the way, then fantastic. Now, it's going to be a bit of a struggle for me today because I know there's only a few meetings on. I'm not a lover, just a personal preference of Kempton, so I'm going to stay clear of that. I don't want to get involved with the Irish meeting at Navan, which leaves us with Nottingham and Sedgefield. Ideally, I'm looking for a handicap race. We do an awful lot of flat racing, so I'm going to see if we can delve into some national hunt. We got grade 4 there with 9 runners, and another handicap hurdle grade 4 again with 9 runners. So, well, let's have a stab in the dark of this one. The 2:15 at Sedgefield. Just get my pen and paper so I can make a note. And as I say, everybody's different, but this is the quick way of what I do to try and narrow down the field. And then the last piece of the jigsaw, as it were, is to try and see if we can find some value. So the 2:15 at Sedgefield, first glance here at the ratings, we can see that there's not an awful lot between the top 4 or 5. Calliope has a rating of 18. Baron de Middleton is 5th rated with 13. We've got Patine at 10, and then the ratings drop off there. Roxburgh Road at 8. I'm a Spider-Man at 4, and Heritaria de Savola with 2. So I'm probably going to dismiss the bottom 2, maybe the bottom 3, but we'll continue to look through the data and see if anything catches our eye. We can see the top rated Calliope won last time out. Hajay has won its last 2 runs, but hasn't been on the track for the best part of 6 months, as it were. Just over. Bowen to Middleton has been in decent form, apart from that one effort there where it pulled up, and it's back off a layoff. So let's have a look what the main criteria takes into account. So we can see that there's been 4 course and distance winners: Cash Again, Joy de Vivre, Hajay and Baron de Middleton. There's been 2 distance winners, that's Calliope and Roxborough Road. So the first port of call is the OF strategy. We can see that Hajay is the top OFS mark. Not a fantastic rating, but nevertheless is the top rated. Not much between the first 4 actually, because we got joint third rated with Cash Again and Patine. And then the 5th ranked horse is actually negative rating. So I'm going to dismiss everything with a negative rating. So straight away, let's start making a note of some of these horses. Cash Again, Joy de Vivre, Hajay. It's just taking a bit of time. I am so aching, my wrist absolutely kills me. I just ache all over, which is one downside to this, getting the other side of the COVID. So we've got 4 horses there: Patine, Hajay, Joy de Vivre and Cash Again. Those are the 4 horses. There's not much between those on the rating, and those are the only 4 horses that have a positive OFS rating. That also mirrors on the speed figures. We're dismissing Calliope. The power rating, we can see that of the 4 that we've made a note of, Cash Again has the best rating, power rating with 48. Then we've got Joy de Vivre with 46. Hajay with 42. So again, not an awful lot between those 3. And Patine has got a rating of score of 24. So I'll just put a bit of a negative mark against Patine there. I'm now going to scroll across, and what I'm going to do is make positive notes of Cash Again, Joy de Vivre and Hajay, because they're course and distance winners. I'm now going to have a look at the official ratings. We can see with Cash Again, 6 runs ago was off a mark of 102, and that mark has steadily dripped down to 95 last time out. So we can see that it was pulled up last time. Of course, now if you wanted to delve deeper you can, but I'm just using it as an example. But of course there's lots of information on free websites such as Racing Post. At the race you could see maybe the ground conditions weren't favourable for Cash Again, but we'll have a look at the course and ground conditions in just one moment. But that horse has dropped down £7 for its last run pulled up, and is now dropped an additional £3. So of course that is a negative. Joy de Vivre was off a mark of 95, is now off a mark 96 last time out, where it finished 3rd. It's dropped £1. We can see that it's won off a mark of 97, so £2 lower than a previous winning mark. So the handicapper has given this horse a chance. The downside is it's been off the track for over 6 months. Hajay has dropped down a mark of £3 from 4 runs ago, but we can see it won its last 2 races, and that is now been put up to a mark of 100. So literally £12 for those 2 wins. It's never won off a mark of 95, but you could say that this horse is improving. It's back after a break. It could well have come on an awful lot over the last 6 or 7 months, So yeah, that's not without a chance, I would suggest. And finally, Patine was off a mark of 94, has been there or thereabouts, and he's off a mark of £1 lower. Finished 5th last time out. So yeah, that's not, again, without a chance if you look at the official rating. So I'm just going to make a few notes. Haji, seems a bit of a positive to me that it finished back end of last season running well. Of course, a bit of a question mark because it's out after a layoff, as is Joy de Vivre. Chances there. Just bear with me if I'm going a bit quiet. I'm just taking everything in. Okay. So, as you know, 9 runners. I initially narrowed this down to 4. I'm now making a few question marks or ticks against those 4 and trying to build up a bit of a picture, and hopefully we can narrow this field down to at least 2 runners, and then we'll have a look to see if those selections are offering us some value. So the lifetime horse stats, just scroll it to there for now. Cash Again has won once over the course. It's won twice over the distance. It's not won over today's ground at good to soft. Now this is Sedgefield, and there is rain sweeping across the country, pretty much from north to south, so you could argue that there could be a variable change condition, and it's probably going to be on the softer side of good to soft by the time of racing. So just take this with a little bit of a pinch of salt. Joy de Vivre, 1 win at the course, 1 win at the distance, 1 win over the ground of good to soft. Haji, 2 out of 4 from the course, so likes the course. 2 from 2 at the distance, so that's another positive, and it seems to like the softer conditions, 1 out of 2. So again, that is another good positive for Haji or Haji. Patine, no wins at the course, no wins at the distance, and not ran on the ground. So there's a bit too many negatives for Patine, so I'm going to scrub that one off. Let's look at Cash Again. Yeah, we're just Cash Again, 102 down to 95. To pulled up last time out. Yeah, I'm not going to dismiss that one just yet. Let's have a look at the 14-day stats. For the trainer, we can see that Ben Haslam in the last 14 days has had 3 runners, no wins. And the jockey, no wins from 10. So that's not ideal. Martin Toddhunter, just the 1 runner in the last 14 days, so not much to go on there. The jockey again, Callum Bewley, no wins from 7. Haji, Tracy Wagger, no runs in the last 14 days, so again, nothing to go on, not an awful lot to go on there. So I think it's about time we built up a bit of a picture. I'm definitely going to be looking at Haji, and I'm just going to go through Cash Again and Joy de Vivre, just looking at the ratings, past form, both distance winners, not much between them on the OFS, same with the power rating. 10 stone 5 for Cash Again, 10 stone 8 Joy de Vivre. And what I will look is, I haven't looked at yet, is this RTF figure for the trainer. Now what this does is give a score as a percentage out of 100. So the higher the score, the better. So what I want to explain to you is this: if we look at Ben Haslam's record, the trainer, we can see in the last 14 days that Ben Haslam has had 3 runners, no wins. Okay, now if you look at the RTF, you can see that there's lots of different little things that they take into account, but this is a percentage. So what they're saying is that 38%, I know it's only had 3 runners, so you could argue it should be 33 if one of them run to form, but this is a rating, a percentage of what the Racing Post believe those 3 runners have run to form. Okay, so what they're saying is that from those 3 runners, maybe one of them ran to form, maybe ran slightly better to form, because obviously 1 from 3 would be 33%, but there's not an awful lot to go on there. We could see that Tracy Waggett hasn't got a trainer score because she's had no runners in the last 14 days, so that's not a big help. Of course, we just starting to get into the national hunt season, and this is why a few of the runners haven't been out for 6 or 7 months, and that's why some of the trainers have had no runners or just had a few runners in the last 14 days. So when you're well into the national hunt season, those trainer figures can be quite useful, because you can see what sort of form trainers as a stable are in, or if they're out of form. So time to make my mind up about Joy de Vivre and Cash again. I'm going to quash Cash again. Joy de Vivre 100, 96, 95. Okay, so as things stand at the moment, I initially narrowed down this field of 9 to 4, and I've now got it down to 2, and those 2 are Haget and Joy de Vivre. However, Joy de Vivre is quite a bit of a tentative pick as things stand. So what I'm going to do is put a star by Haget, and now I'm going to look at the odds columns, and this is my personal point of call. And let's just make a note. So for my final point of call, I look at these 2 columns here, the forecast odds and our odds. Now let me explain. The forecast odds are the odds that the horse was available at when the ratings were collated. So the evening before racing, around 7 o'clock, when our software works its magic, this is the price that horse roughly was available for. So you can see that Joy de Vivre was available of odds of 4, which is decimal, which means 3 to 1. Haget was available at 4 to 1. So I'm just going to make a note of those. Forecast 3 to 1. Haget was forecast at 4 to 1. 3 to 1, 4 to 1. Now this column here is our odds. Now our odds column is a column we take into account all the data on the spreadsheet, okay, and our software with its algorithm works its magic and comes up with an odd for each horse. Okay, so we can see that Joy de Vivre, our software suggests for this horse to be offering value, this horse should be around 9 to 2. Now the live odds at the last night were 3 to 1. Same with the J. Our odds suggest for this horse to be offering any sort of value, it should be around 5 to 1, slightly bigger than 5 to 1. Okay, and again, as we can see, the horse was available at 4 to 1. So now what I'm going to do is go over to Odds Checker. Now remember, this is done completely live. I haven't looked at this race. There may well be some non-runners, especially with the rain sweeping across the country. We'll see what the live odds are. So 2:15 at Sedgefield, and let's see what we've got. Okay, so Joy de Vivre current live odds are 7-2. Hajay, best price 15-4, which is just under 4-1. I had to work that out then. Just under 4-1. So let's go back to the spreadsheet. Oh, actually, let's just double check there's no non-runners here. And there is one on a look at the draw. Oh no, so that was a very, very early non-runner before they come out, maybe yesterday afternoon. So what we've got here is Joie de Vivre. The forecast price last night when the ratings were collated was 3-1. That has slightly drifted, nothing horrendously, but slightly drifted out throughout the morning, just 7-2. So it's gone out about half a point, nothing to really concern yourself about. However, our odds suggest this horse should be around 9-2 to offer us value. So it's about a point short. Again, it's not the end of the world, but long-term members will know that I drum it into people that the only way you will win long-term is by getting that edge and getting that value on the bookmaker. So we're not quite getting the value there. Hajay, when the ratings were collated on Tuesday evening, this horse was available at 4-1. Our odds suggest this horse should be around 5-1 to offer us value. And as things stand, this horse is available just under 4-1. Okay, so not an awful lot of a price change, but it has shortened up throughout the evening and this morning by around half a point, because most places are offering around 7-2. It's just Paddy Power, one of the main bookmakers, that's offering 15-4, which is just under 4-1. So you can take that either way. Our odds suggest this horse to be offering us value, should be around 5-1. It's currently around 7-2, which is a little bit short. But on the other side of the coin, there's been a little bit of money for that, which is always, of course, a positive, where it was available at 4-1 last night. For me, there's not quite enough value in either of these horses. I'd like to go each way on Hajay. That's not really going to be possible at a price of 7-2. As a little bit, Joie de Vivre was a bit of a tentative pick anyway, as we narrow down the field. And again, it's not quite offering us value. I suppose if you could twist my wrist, which is already hurting, but if you twisted it a little bit more and made me make a judgment, I would probably have a small, and I mean a very small, win bet on Hajay, because it does look, all the data looks as though it's pointing in the right direction, but it does have a few negatives, and the main one being that it's not been on the track for 6 or 7 months. But it is a course and distance winner. It is the top OF rank. It has performed well at the distance and the course and similar ground conditions in the past. It is one of the young horses in the field, obviously open to much improvement. So for me, Hajay would be a small tentative win bet, but in an ideal world, I'd be looking to try and get each way price if I can. It doesn't look like that's going to be possible. So for this experiment, we'll go for Hajay. Try and get 15-4 with Paddy Power, and it will be 5th of the odds. It's probably not worth going each way. A small win bet at 15-4 Hajay. As you can see there, the blue colours mean that the price is shortening. Okay, so nothing too concrete there, nothing. We're not going to be jumping in with wads and wads of cash on this one. But Hajay for me in the 215 Sedgefield looks like the one to be on, albeit a tentative choice. Let me know what you're on. Email me or message me on YouTube. I will put the link to our YouTube channel on the email. If you can't find us, simply go to YouTube and search Rating Horses, and that will bring up our live channel. It's completely free to subscribe. Just click that subscribe channel and you'll be notified when we have some new content. Okay, and of course that helps all the YouTube algorithms and lets you know that you're interested in this sort of content, which is a win-win situation for yourself as well. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, completely free, and let me know what you're on via email or by a comment. And whatever you are on, be it in this race or any other race, the very best of luck to you, and I will speak to you very, very soon. All being well, I shall be recording another video tomorrow for platinum members only. So if you like this sort of content, then get yourself over to the website, upgrade that membership to platinum, and you can get more sort of this content. I wish you all have a great day, stay safe, I'll speak to you soon.